Hey, Brianija. I'm going to go over with you guys a fluency exercise that's in Number Talk 7 and 8 that's new. The fluency exercise is called Quick Looks. So basically with a quick look, some dots are going to appear on the screen. You'll ask kids how many dots do you see and then discuss how we saw the dots we saw. The purpose of a quick look is to get kids to make tens by decomposing an add-in using a visual. All right, so first I'm going to display the quick look, but I'm only going to display it for a short amount of time. So the time should be long enough that a kid can see all the dots, but not long enough for a kid to be able to count all the dots. So here we go. I'm going to show them this quick look just for a few seconds, just so that they can see all the dots, but not long enough for them to count all the dots because we want them to efficiently come up with how many dots there are. And then I'm going to ask them how many dots you see. So some kids might say 10, some kids might say 11. I would write those down. And then I would go back onto the next slide where kids would explain their strategy. So hopefully for this one with 11, a kid might say, I saw 5 here and 5 here, and then I just added on that 1. So what they would be doing, how you would record that, is you would say, okay, so you saw that there were 5, oops. You saw that there were 5, and then here you saw this as 5 and 1, and then you added together the 5 and the 5, and then the 1, and that made 10 and 1 and 11. Okay, and you can go through these pretty quickly. Quick look 2, how many dots do you see? Just for a couple seconds. Okay, and so for how many dots did you see? Hopefully kid says 12. And then a strategy might be, well, I saw that there were 8 dots here, and then I took 2 dots from the bottom and moved them to the top. So maybe you would show that as 2 plus 2, and then regroup the 8 and the 2, emphasizing the associative property. And 8 plus 2, and then you saw that that was 10 plus the 2, which gave you 12. Okay, so you're basically showing them how to decompose. They decompose this 4 as 2 and 2, and then they made a 10 with the 8. All right, so same thing. How many dots do you see really quick? And I missed the last slide. I'll put that back in there. Okay, then for our number talks for making 10, here what's different about this number talk and the past number talks is here we don't always have 2 add-ins that add to 10. So like for instance 8 and 2 add to 10, but 8 and 5 don't add to 10. So what kids are going to need to do is recognize that 5 can be broken down into 3 and 2 and then add 2 to the 8 to make the 10. So that's what we want to encourage, is them decomposing one of these add-ins to make a 10. So hopefully with this one they'll see that 5 is the same as 3 and 2, and since they could make a 10 here, they can break apart the 5 into the 3 and 2 and also make a 10. Here, same thing, we want them to decompose these add-ins and make a 10.